What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny and I'm that props girl, and today we are doing a little bit of a different video. And following along from my recent video on the mouse trap, I said in that video that I was testing out some new types of content and looking at things that I might want to do in the future of my channel and just throwing in some new ideas. And so a friend of mine actually recommended or suggested that I do some reactions videos, and I thought that was a really fun idea, and I was really keen to give it a go. So today I'm going to be reacting to a theatre fails video. This is also like theatre bloopers, and we'll see how we go. Obviously in theatre, you know, things go wrong. It's live. There's no way to go back to the editing room to change it. So I've been part of shows where things go wrong all the time, and you know, sometimes you roll with them, sometimes you call a show stop. But yeah, it's an interesting thing when things go wrong in theatre, and sometimes it's very funny. And yeah, so I'm excited to film this video for you guys, and let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you guys missed the memo in my last video, I am unwell, so apologies for my voice right now. It's yeah, it's glorious. Be sure to smash the like button because it lets me know you do want to see more content like this, as well as consider hitting that subscribe button and bell so that you don't miss a single one of my videos. And with all of that said and done, let's jump straight into this reaction. Okay, so let's watch this one. I have no idea what this show even is. Like, what even is that? Like, is that a light that has fallen on this poor person? Like, there's a reason that fixtures are fitted with safety chains, usually metal, steel cord, that wraps around the light and then wraps around the bar that it's attached to stop this from happening. It is a fail-safe mechanism. Either someone didn't attach it, but it looks to me like this one doesn't have one on it. But yeah, wow. I also find it funny that like the little angels just go and help. That's really cute. Like, and like without a hitch, they're just like, oh my gosh, something has happened, and they just carry him off stage. Oh my gosh, I've seen this one before. This one is a classic. This is Frozen in, I think, Disneyland. Oh, costume malfunctions are always fun. Like, you could see in her face that she's just like, no, this is going wrong, and you know, she's rolling with it, and she's clearly a professional. It's interesting to watch, like, from my side of it, because quick changes, and having just done a production of Frozen, and you know, just quick changes in general, there's so much that can go wrong in them, especially when it's like this. Like, she's such a trooper. Congratulations to her. But I think that was one of the things that I was most interested to see when I saw the professional production of Frozen, was like how they were going to do the dress transition, and I think it's usually done with magnets. Our production, when we did it, it was done with magnets. The amount that can go wrong with just one costume change. But you know, she did the right thing by like turning around, to her credit, and that helped her. Oh my word. Oh gosh. I don't understand what happened there, because like, yes, he slipped. So either the stage was slippery, or you know, his shoes were slippery. That's the thing, like with a lot of stage shoes, you have to go and scrape them or put grip on them, because they have a tendency to slip on some surfaces. But yeah, I don't know. And it looked to me like, let's just go back. It looked to me like he pushed Olaf's head right at the end there. He gets up. Oh no, I think he's trying to turn Olaf's face around, because Olaf's like facing him. Oh my gosh, the poor guy. Oh my gosh, like, did they fall into the pit? Like, They're back. Okay. So I'm assuming and hoping there was not an orchestra pit there, because that drop could have been crazy. Or if there was a net to catch them, but I don't know how strong those nets actually are, because I thought those nets were just to catch like props. If it was just like a small drop of a stage, okay, but oh man, oh my gosh, like I don't understand how that happens. Like as an actor, do you just get disoriented as to where the edge of the stage is? I don't know. I mean, I've only performed like a few times, but I don't know, I've always been quite wary of where the edge of the stage is, but it's probably because most of the time when I perform, there's an orchestra pit, and you know, it's kind of drilled into you like, don't fall into the pit, because it's a real thing. It does happen. And oh man, oh no. Well done to that stagehand who just steps in and is like, okay, we'll fix this. I don't know how this set works. I would assume that it either wasn't weighed down properly or whatnot. This is often why like a static set piece is attached at multiple anchor points. Whatever it is, like usually it's heavily weighted at the bottom. It often has a lot of bracing to keep a set up, and I don't know if this set has that at all. But oh, I would think that, you know, if someone was going to be climbing through that window, it would be adequately, like I would be putting a lot of weight in the bottom of it. But you know, set's got to change. So I don't know. I think I've been in shows where things have almost fallen. I was definitely part of a show once where a flown set piece collided with, not a static set piece, but it was like a door that had to be slotted in, and the flown element was meant to land first, and the person moving the door got a little excited and put it in place beforehand, and so the flown item smacked into it, and then it was like the flown flaps, that's what they're called, was flying, like swinging up stage, and it was quite scary. I remember I worked on a production of Annie Kids, and I had a really, really quick set change to do, and we had this set that kind of like turned around, and when I had a window, it's always windows and doors, oh my gosh, I had this window, and when it was turned around, it was not meant to have curtains on it, and then when you turned it, you had to hang curtains on it, and I had a very quick small window of time, pardon the pun, to hang these curtains back on. And there was one shot I just could not get them on, and I was so stressed, and I ended up just leaving it. I was like, I'm sorry, Miss Hannigan's office just doesn't have curtains for this scene. Oh man, it's like the time pressure that is in theatre is, yeah, it's a thing. Oh no. It's like, these are things like, I mean, I don't want to see people getting hurt, and this is like when these things happen, there has to be a time where sometimes you just call a show stop, and I think it's becoming more common to call a show stop if someone gets hurt. I think, yes, the show must go on, but sometimes no, you need to actually check that the actor is okay. And I've been to shows where there's been a show stop, or there's been a malfunction, or an understudy has gone on, and I think it's more interesting for the audience to sort of be a part of that. Some people get really angry if they get an understudy, and I can do a whole other video on how rude that is. Mishaps happen all the time in the theatre, and it just is a thing, and you know, you can't get mad about it. I think there is a time and a place to call a show stop. We had a show stop earlier in the year for a show that I worked on because there was a technical issue, and it was just easier to go, I'm sorry, we're going to reset and we're going to start again. Because to be honest, it's actually not fair to the audience as well, not just the actors who are, you know, potentially bewildered and confused and like, this isn't right. It's not fair to the actors, it's not fair to the audience, because the audience could potentially be going, this isn't what I paid for or whatnot. So sometimes it's just best to hit pause, hit reset, and just go, let's start again.
It looks marvelous. Tracy, oh my God, oh, what was
I assume, judging by their facial expressions, that that truck was not meant to move then. A truck, by the way, is a moving, like it's usually a base piece that a set is plonked on and it's on wheels or it's on a track or something and it moves. If it's on a track, either the track got triggered early or someone got way too excited and moved that set piece at the wrong time. And I've had that happen, and it is... It's slightly funny. It's also slightly one of those moments where you just go, ugh. I can see that this person, by the looks of it, they have a skull cap on. But like, putting a silicone skull cap on, like, you can't pin anything to it. So, but like, he covered it well. I mean, hang on, let's watch that scene again. Because sometimes mistakes are all in how actors roll with them.
Congratulations, Ogre, you have won the honor. You didn't see that.
I appreciate how like Shrek also just turns away because clearly he's lost. Gold, and well done to Farquaad for covering that so well.
Silence everywhere, looking white. Not to my liking. Hello, Jack!
Oh my gosh. Go back.
My liking. Hello, Jack!
Like, how? How did that actually happen? It's always funny when a prop does break on stage. I was part of a production once. It was a production of My Fair Lady. It was in 2015. We had these milk crates that Eliza's father and his 3 cronies, they were meant to like walk across them. In the first show, Eliza's father steps on one and his foot goes straight through it, and he did the whole number with this crate on his, like, around his foot. And the actor, such a trooper, did so well and incorporated it into production, into the number. But what was even funnier was the fact that one of his cronies was like chasing him around the stage the whole show, like the whole number, just trying to get this thing off his foot. It was so funny. Once again, this whole thing about fastening your set, weighing it down, actually stabilizing it is very important.
Waiting and wailing and whining and wailing and wanting and tasting and
Oh no. Oh. Oh. I feel so sorry for her. Like, one, bravo for carrying on. Like, she finished the number. I think it's particularly difficult when that happens to anyone. That would have been so humiliating for her. And, you know, she kept going and she took it in a stride. But, yeah, that's a tough one.
And I feel the puppet.
Okay, I've been involved in 2 productions of Shrek. One of the productions, I was involved in the making of the nose, and it's always a very similar mechanism. And like, when you do these things, you need to have some sort of, like, if you're going to do like the extension thing, it, like, the principle is that you have this part is smaller, then this part is bigger, then this part is the biggest, and they need to have catches on them so that they slide out together, connect together. I'm not laughing at the mechanism of this extension nose. What's funny to me is the fact that the bit that falls off just looks like a breadstick, and I'm sorry, that's all I can think is that it's like One of those little tiny like snack breadsticks. It's like a long crouton.
Whatever shall we do? Oh, look! It's the good fairy. She'll know what to do.
Not to fear, little children. I will help.
Oh my god. I think that that's always like the worst fear with flying, and I think that's why, you know, like if you're going to fly people, like this is people's lives that you're putting at risk, and you can't just like stick them on some like jerried system. Like it, having a proper engineered system that is made for flying people is so important. Sorry if you can't tell, I'm really big on like people safety, and sometimes it gets to me a little bit because, you know, like we all love what we do, but the theatre can be quite a dangerous place, and I think it's really hard because the audience, you know, expects people to, when you're up there, you're portraying a character, and they all like, the audience wants something from you, but you know, we're all people too, and that's an actor who could have been seriously hurt, and also like it's embarrassing, and there's so much, you know, there's a lot. So
Ollie.
oh my god, did she slip? I think she maybe tripped on her, like her outfit or something. I don't know if this one could have been helped though. I don't think this is a set malfunction. I think this is like a genuine trip and hit scenario, and it is always very tragic when that happens. Sometimes it's completely unavoidable. I had that happen last year when I worked in Priscilla, and we had an incident with an actor colliding with a set piece. The wood like snapped, and like it's one of those things, like it was kind of unavoidable. We learnt from it and we put in preventative measures to make sure it didn't happen again. But yeah, it's again, like if you're going to put actors dancing on a set piece that you've potentially made, weight test it, and don't just get somebody to stand on it. You need someone to jump on that thing. You need someone to like fall on it. You need to make sure that that thing is not going to do that on stage. And I've often been the guinea pig who has been asked to sit on something, stand on something, and I will always wriggle around on it. But I was part of a production last year where we had a set piece that just the leg fell off. It was a chaise lounge, and we needed to get another one because the fact that this lounge just didn't work. No, we weight tested it, and bum bam, it failed. And I've been part of another production where they had a set of stairs that was made and wasn't weight tested, and it couldn't hold the weight of the cast. Because, and like sometimes it actually comes down to communicating to the set design team that this set piece is not just for decoration. It's going to have a cast member on it. This cast member is going to be dancing, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot that goes involved with that. Yeah. Once again, I appreciate the fact that Farquaad has just rolled with it. Who knows when that shoe came off? It could have even come off in the wings. Like, I was part of a production of Beauty and the Beast, and the Beast lost his foot up on the tower, and he came down the stairs and he was like, oh, I don't have the other one. So he chucked it off in the wings and went on barefoot for the end of Act 1, which was great. But I think maybe it's just something to do with the character of Farquaad to just roll with things. I think that's something that's really great about him. Like, obviously the character of Farquaad is quite charismatic, so the actor should be able to do that, but
I would like to
I think that's that old adage of like, they tell you in primary school, don't rock on your chairs, because that happens. And I'm always really wary, like when I'm in one of those like office chairs that does tilt back, I'm always like, ugh, I hope I don't fall anywhere. So that's the end of that video. I had a lot of fun filming it. Let me know if you want to see me react to more things, and if you have any ideas of things you'd like me to react to, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys next time. Be sure to smash the like button if you did enjoy this video, as well as consider hitting that subscribe button and bell so that you don't miss a single one of my uploads. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.